Hello everyone. So today I came with another topic, that is functions of the central bank. What is a central bank? Let us discuss that first. Central bank is nothing but a central authority, just like the central government of the country, which governs the entire country with the help of the state government present in different states. This is the central thing. But what do you mean by central bank? Okay, tell me people. Have you ever been to bank? Yes sir, I have been to bank many times. Of course, all of us go to the bank many times in our lives. But now the second question arises, how often have you been to central bank? The answer will be big no. Why? Because the other bank, which are called as commercial banks like SBI, like PNB, like ICICI, like HDFC, we visit just because they are present in the vicinity of our homes. They have a local reach. But central bank bachas are not at all present. Why? Because this is one and only. This is my bap of all the other banks. Okay, the unique has got a uniqueness, and that uniqueness is that central bank is one and only. The head offices of the central bank of a country are situated in Mumbai. It has other regional offices, but its functions are not like the conventional functions of the commercial bank. That makes it so special. So in today's lecture, we're going to explore about the functions of the central bank. Okay, so have the smile on your faces and let us boom. The first function, it is the bank of issuing notes. Now what do you mean by this? In our daily lives, we spend a lot of money, either on this thing or that thing, and for that we need some medium of exchange, which is nothing but the coins and the currency notes that we carry. But is it possible for you and me to print our currency notes and coins? No, that is illegal. We cannot do that, and everybody cannot do that. For that there needs to be a special authority. In this case, the special authority is nothing but your central bank, which has got the monopoly of issuing the notes, because the government cannot give that monopoly to every bank. Otherwise, what it will amount to? It will amount to so many problems. So the first function you can see, bank of issuing notes. But before exploring this function more, I would like to tell you about name of a central bank. Central bank across the world is known by different names. In our country, our central bank is known by the name RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India. In US, it is known by the name Federal Bank of India. If you don't trust me people, take out the money from your pocket like this. Yes, you can see this note in my hand, 500 rupee note. My mama has given me this in the morning. I requested her that I have to shoot a video, please give me the note, then only on that condition I'll return her back. Anyways, jokes apart, so you can see Reserve Bank of India is written, not the central bank. Central bank is just the generic name. Reserve Bank of India is the brand name. This is the Reserve Bank of India. Even if you see, you will find the signature of the dear governor of RBI on the note, and he's none other than our Urjit Patel. So this is the sole monopoly of Reserve Bank of India to issue the notes. Let's demolish the second function now, that is bankers to the government. Yes, RBI is a banker. Not only the banker, RBI is also the financial advisor of the government. And not only financial advisor, RBI is also an agent of the government. Now sir, you just told us 3 in 1 function. Yes, how it is an agent? See, an agent RBI is because RBI facilitates government in buying and selling of shares, because government has some securities, right? So RBI helps the government in buying and selling of those securities. It also acts as the financial advisor, as I told you. Financial advisors, because the government has to frame some policies, and RBI is right there by the government, hand in hand. Yes government, I'm ready to help you, and in that case RBI will help it by giving some advices about the economic policies that the government makes, especially in the money market. What about agent? Yes, RBI is also an agent. I told you, it's an agent, it's a banker, it's a financial advisor. Why an agent? Because it maintains the accounts of the government. You and me are not going to maintain. It needs some special authority, and in this case, it is RBI. Third function, bankers bank and supervisory role. RBI का एक और काम आ गया. That is bankers bank. It is the banker of all the banks. You and me, what we do, we get our account open in the commercial banks, and we have some relation with the commercial banks. Commercial bank means again HDFC, PNB, and same relation these commercial banks have with the RBI. Our account is in commercial banks, and commercial banks accounts are in RBI. So that's how they are the bankers bank, and they also play a supervisory role. How supervisory role? Because time to time RBI keeps on giving directives and instructions to the commercial bank. So RBI supervises whether the things are going in line with the direction that we have given. So this is bankers bank and supervisory role. You would have heard about CRR in the last lecture. SLR we have seen in the last lecture. Now these CRR and SLR norms have to be followed by each commercial bank. True. But if they are not complying with that, who will look into it? Nothing but RBI. The same way principal supervises the teachers, where the teachers are teaching according to the plan and the curriculum. Same thing, same role is played by the RBI. Okay, तू पैसा पैसा करती है, तू पैसे पे क्यों मरती है? We are talking about पैसा, you know, central bank and economy is all about money, and money is honey. पैसा नहीं तो कुछ भी नहीं. You cannot move an inch without money. That's why I'm so obsessed with money. Not only me, people are so obsessed with the money. That's why, being a socialist country, we're moving towards capitalism. Anyways, ये extra ज्ञान हो गया कुछ, ठीक है? चलिए, lender of the last report. What does it mean? It means, you know, you would have heard about the case of the Yes Bank few months ago and the PMC Bank in Maharashtra. What happened there actually? Yes Bank has put a limit cap of withdrawal of the depositors there, just because Yes Bank started to face the cash crunch. Same thing happened in the PMC Bank case in Maharashtra. You know, depositors were bewildered when they got to know that their money is unsafe now. That's how, you know, the trust erodes. We trust a lot on the banking system. We may trust our friend a lot or not. It doesn't matter, but we trust our banking system a lot. And just imagine, if that trust breaks, what will happen? It will create a panic in the mind of the depositors. Same thing happened. Then what happened during that case? When this trust, no new person will go and deposit his money or her money in the bank, because the trust has already got eroded. Super crunch now for the bank, because it is already facing the cash crunch, and add to the more problem is now no more new depositor is coming. In that case, these commercial bank, they approach RBI. They approach RBI for some cash, to infuse some liquidity into them. And RBI does that favor to them. That's why they're called as lender of the last resort, because commercial banks, after exhausting all their options of getting the money, they turn to RBI. वो कहते हैं ना, जिसका कोई नहीं होता उसका ऊपर वाला होता है. So similarly, that ऊपर वाला here is this RBI of these commercial banks. Custodian of the foreign exchange is the next function, which is called as Forex. Foreign exchange is called as Forex. Like, I love to explore the places. I love to visit different countries, though I haven't got the chance. But when I go to the different country, I cannot spend the Gandhi I have in my pocket, right? I have to spend dollars if I'm traveling to US. If I'm traveling to the Gulf country, I have to spend dinar and riyals and all that stuff. So from where I get them? This is a question. Who does that for me? because in the foreign country I have to use their currency. That function is also performed by the central bank. Actually, what happens, there's some people who fly to the other country, they need dollars. There are the other people who have that dollars, they come to my country and uses rupees to spend. This function is managed by the central bank. How much foreign exchange is coming into the country? Foreign exchange means nothing but the foreign currency. How much foreign exchange is going out of the country? So RBI is the custodian of this thing. By this time, you people are all power packed with the functions. So if I continue with the sixth function, you'll get overloaded. I'm stopping as of now, but let us quickly take a recap of this, what we have done so far. The first function, bank of issuing notes. RBI has a sole monopoly of issuing all the notes except 1 rupee note and coins. In the second function, we have seen that RBI is the banker to the government. RBI maintains all the account of the central government. RBI manage all the securities of the government buying and selling, and RBI also advises on the government on the economic policies. The third function we have seen, bankers bank, right? Commercial bankers bank it is, right? So all the accounts of the commercial bank are maintained by RBI. And it also supervises them whether they are doing it fine or not. Next, lender of the last resort. I told you, when commercial bank fails to get loan from anywhere, it approaches RBI. RBI gives them the credit just because the trust on the banking system of people have got eroded. And the last one, custodian of foreign exchange reserve, means foreign exchange has to be managed, has to be looked after by RBI. Thank you, people.